What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a very entertaining episode of Monday Night Raw. What did you think of the show, Matthew?
I can't even keep my eyes open, but it really was a good show. I'm exhausted. Just a long day, but the way that the show was, everything flowed nicely. We had good wrestling and it was fun. You know what I mean? Everything didn't feel rushed. It just felt like it was just meant to be. It was just an easy flowing show. The way they opened it up was pretty good too. We'll talk about something that is going to be trending for the next few weeks. But Finn Balor opens the show. A quick promo about Damian Priest having an issue with about how Damian Priest has been the issue with Judgment Day ever since he won Money in the Bank. And I can see that. He's a threat, but he's not a threat to the Judgment Day. And Finn Balor, it's like he was kind of berating Damian Priest, but then Dominic and Rhea come out and talk him into settling this backstage. Balor ended up walking to the back. And everything seemed to be good backstage. And we got to that later on in the night. After this, Seth Rollins came out with a plate of buffalo wings. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
What was that?
Just saying that, no one's
Just a
going to
quick
take you
pop.
down. It was awesome.
And I don't know. Just a quick pop eating buffalo wings and then headed backstage. Nonetheless, it was a good match. McIntyre making his entrance with Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Of course, Gunther was ringside. Interesting. All right. We're getting kind of a turn reaction here. Riddle and McIntyre, they seem to be working well. But Kaiser and Vinci, man, they took control. And you know what? They're a dominant team. They're a very dominant team. Riddle ended up making a hot tag, and McIntyre just went on a rampage like he always does. Matt Riddle and McIntyre took a W. McIntyre won with a Claymore kick, I think, to Vinci, while Riddle held Kaiser back in an ankle lock. What did they do after this? All right.
It was
So,
good, man. It was good to see Drew back in there, man. First match back since WrestleMania. So just
yeah.
laying waste to everybody, basically.
But Vinci was the reason for the loss tonight. Gunther actually kind of reprimanded him after this match. And I think it was Kaiser who followed Gunther to the back, leaving Vinci at the ramp. So could they maybe be kicking Vinci out? Could they be feuding with Vinci? I'm not sure. They're throwing this in different angles. But I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with Imperium. I hope they don't break them up yet because no good team lasts. And unfortunately, this is a great team on the main roster. So Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, quick confrontation backstage with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. Dom making his way to the ring for a match, supposedly against Seth Rollins. Rhea Ripley was right by his side. I was hoping this match just wasn't going to last long. And it actually didn't even start. Dom and Rollins started fighting before the bell, and it led to Balor and Priest attacking Seth from behind. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come and even the odds. Match never took place, but we learned that it's going to be a 6-man tag team match later on tonight. Before we get to our next, I guess you could say, match, let's talk about a quick segment with Ricochet, basically telling us every time he steps through that curtain, he's there for our entertainment. He hasn't lost a step, and he's been working for this moment for his whole life, basically. And he killed it on the promo. Logan Paul came out, said a few words to taunt him, but Ricochet was the man on top. I think we're going to see these two tear the house down at SummerSlam.
These two had a great back and forth promo segment, dude. It was great. Logan's really gotten improved on the mic, and he's there. He's been there for 20 years, and he's not going to let some celebrity take his spot, dude. It was just awesome. And
He was great on the mic. He was great. Ricochet, he beat him with it, but Logan Paul gave it right back to him. That was a really good showing with those two. Zoe Stark, and I think it was Becky Lynch next, of course. Trish Stratus. That's a tongue twister. I can never say her last name.
There we go.
She was ringside for this.
So it has that mask on her face. Watch out now.
She helped Zoe Stark take the W, of course, being the dirty player that she is. You know, Zoe Stark taking the dub against Becky Lynch. It was a right call, and Zoe Stark's a good wrestler.
Imagine if her and Trish, meaning Becky and Trish, have a match at SummerSlam and they have Zoe Stark be the special guest referee. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be, but I don't think they would ever go that route, to be honest with you. But I would like to see it. Let's talk about our next segment. It wasn't a match. It was Chad Gable and Lotus in the ring welcoming us to Maxine's graduation. It was cool. Everybody was screaming, "You deserved it." It was entertaining. Definitely go check that 10-minute segment out, whatever, how long it was, but it was worth it. It was entertaining. What actually happened, I think if the Viking Raiders come out, break up the party, totally saw it happening. Valhalla attacked Maxine from behind, stole her jacket. Nonetheless, it was a good segment to keep this feud going. But you know what? I do like it. It's not like we're getting match after match every week. We're getting stories in between, and that's what we need.
Absolutely. I think it keeps the story fresh. And I hope we get a big payoff of this at SummerSlam because imagine Alpha Academy wins at SummerSlam, the roof will blow off the place.
Yeah, no, it would be. Speaking of the roof going off the place, Cody Rhodes coming out, giving a nice little heartfelt promo to the WWE Universe, basically calling out Brock Lesnar. The crowd was with it. I think SummerSlam, him and Brock are just going to have a good old rodeo. They're going to have it basically, hopefully, one more time, and that's going to be the kibosh to the end of that feud. But it got me excited for SummerSlam, and Brock Lesnar will be there next week. We didn't need him here this week. It made sense, but it was a good short segment, and it didn't overstay its welcome. Next matchup, I was pumped about this one. Ciampa versus The Miz in a no DQ match. Match kind of it didn't even start. Ciampa was just going right after The Miz, and then finally it got back in the ring. From trash can lids to, I guess, steel chairs finally to a table, The Miz took a W. And you know what? It led to a good match for The Miz, and Miz needed a W. He hasn't taken a win in quite some time, and he needed that devious look back in his character, and he's back with it.
This was great. I think it was his first win in like 200 plus days or something
Yep.
like that. So much needed win for The Miz. Good to see him get a win over Ciampa, and I hope they continue this rivalry.
I hope so too, and they're going to keep elevating it for sure, slowly but surely. Tag team match next: Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, Kate and Carter, Katana Chance. They can always tear it down. These two, Kate and Katana, they're really good, man. I really dig them. They'll definitely be tag champs in the near future. But I think it was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the women's tag champions. They were ringside for this. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green won with a nice dirty pin. It wasn't a squash. It made Katana and Kaden look good, but even though they took the L, it wasn't a bad idea. But cool. I think we're gonna see Sonya and Chelsea versus Liv and Raquel next week, and tag titles are gonna be on the line. But I don't know. Let's roll into our main event, huh?
Absolutely. It was a good one.
Oh, and Zayn, Rollins, Mysterio, Balor, and Priest of the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley ringside. She really grabbed my attention during this match. She actually helped Balor with Sami Zayn. Zayn was in the ring. Ripley grabbed Sami's foot to prevent a haluva kick, allowing Priest to choke slam. I think Balor then hit him with a coup de grace for the win. Nice hug between those two afterwards. They're on the same page supposedly. But this match was good. It was all over the place, but in a good way. Just hit after hit onto each other, and then somebody else retaliated. You know, it was a good surprise as a main event, but Judgment Day taking the W, that was a cool call.
Pure and utter chaos in the main event. Gotta love it. Just good back and forth action. I thought this was the perfect way to end off Monday Night
It was
Raw.
chaotic. It was chaotic. Definitely a good way to end the show.
We'll have to see what happens with the Judgment Day. I don't think they're all 100% back together, but we'll just have to wait and see. One thing's for sure, KozMatt will keep you guys updated on everything that you need to know, and we will see you Saturday with a SmackDown recap. Until then, peace out.
Until then.
This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.